This is Trans-Africa Radio.
It's a fire record, man. Definitely playing this one again later on the show. Kiddominant as well as Wizkid on this one titled All Right. And yes, so we have the Nigerian-born international Afrobeats record producer as well as artist in the building. Kiddominant, how you doing, sir?
Yo, I'm great, man. What's good?
Man, I'm awesome, man. It's been ages. TT, we spoke about this, TT and I, which is the management stuff when you're in South Africa. We spoke about bringing you into the studio like a couple of weeks ago, and we've been waiting. It's been a good couple of a month or so for you, especially in South Africa as far as the scene is concerned on this side of the world. Yeah, and what's it like? How has it been?
Yeah, I never expected, this summer to be like this, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how for life Versace is like messing everything up. I don't want to use the cuss word.
Yeah.
For life Versace is doing great, Wizkid, All Right featuring Wizkid is doing good, Fall just gave me a platinum award, Everything's just moving nice. It feels good,
Yeah. We'll get into all those accolades and all that big stuff that you're doing right now. I just want to take it back, your first few posts on Instagram. First one is you. There's like a DJ thing happening there. Yeah. The second one is Pharrell Williams, Rick Rubin, Swizz Beats, as well as...
Bro, you went far. How did you get
as well as Timbaland, right?
Yeah.
And those are like giants as far as the pop culture, not just hip-hop, but the pop culture world is concerned as far as producers are concerned. And I wanted to take you back then when you were posting that picture. What were your thoughts and what were you thinking, especially when you're looking at those four guys?
I just felt like these four people are like the four cardinal points of music production. These are like the strongest people. If you're trying to look up someone to be, if you're trying to look up to someone as a producer, you should look up to those four people first. Timbaland, Swizz, Pharrell, Rick Robinson. It's like perfect combo.
And it's a different kind of crop when it comes to thinking about that. Rick really doesn't care much about being popular and popping in as far as fame is concerned. Yeah. But when you look at the other three, Swizz, Pharrell Williams, as well as Timbaland, they had personal successes as artists themselves. And looking at you right now, it seems like you're following that pattern.
Talking about that, exactly. So I've been like Rick Robinson since the beginning of my career up to this point.
Yeah.
So I felt like being Rick Robinson kind of limit your how would I say now, your brand as a producer and as a person, So I thought about being an artist, and I felt like me not being an artist is a waste of the fact that I can be an artist, So I just thought about it and like, okay, let's do this, and then we're here. I just did 2 records so far, just me and Wizkid on All Right, and then Fela and Versace.
All right.
Yeah, so like the 2 records I've signed so far.
We're seeing a lot happening as far as songs are concerned with producers, especially in this day and age, switching up and giving us different sounds and them becoming artists themselves. Malik Berry did that, the same move, because he was producing songs like For Your Matter with Wizkid back in the day. And then he's sort of become an artist in his own right, as much as he still produces. And he's dropped 2 projects, Last Days of Summer and then The First Days of Winter that dropped not so long ago. So should we be expecting something with 7, 8, 10 songs from Kiddominant?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when the demand is like right, when people are expecting so much music from me as an artist, I'll put it out. I don't want to put music out and then, because I see a lot of people drop project and doesn't go. They just drop it. It's on iTunes, it's on everywhere. It's not making any noise. It's not. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on that lane. So you have to do it when it's right, when the time is right, when it's like the whole Africa is waiting for it. So right now I'm just putting out music, collaborating with people to get my name out there as an artist, not just a producer or a DJ. I feel like when people are very tuned into me, to the fact that they want to listen to my music as a singer, I'll drop a project.
All right, awesome stuff. So you've been doing this for quite some time. You've got hits with Orezi, Rihanna, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to find out, when did you, at some point, which month in that year did you decide to take it seriously? Because as a young kid, most of us have these Fruity Loops, and you're playing around with it. But we end up throwing them away and going into engineering, or throwing them away, getting up into other things. But obviously, there was a point in time where you decided to say, okay, as much as I'm making these beats, I want to take it, make it professional. and make some money off of this thing and build a career? When did that happen?
There wasn't really like, I wouldn't say there was a time when I just decided, you know. It was something that happened organically, something that, you know, I felt like it's happening, so let's do it. You get what I'm saying? It's not like I planned out, okay, I want to do this, I want to. No, it just happened now. DJing, somebody tried to pay me money for DJing. I'm like, okay, bring it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody tried to pay me money for beats. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it, you know. And it started happening like that, and then, you know, I felt like there's no other thing I can do. I mean, what do I want to do? I want to go to some office and be doing 9 to 5 when I can actually be doing this and be earning money, you know. So I feel like it was just comfortable for me, and then I felt it's what God wanted me to do, so that's what I'm doing.
What was it like growing up on that side of the world, especially in West Africa, Lagos, where a lot of music and a lot of great artists are popping up on a regular basis? There's always some new kids doing something great. What was it like? And what was the feel like, especially on the streets? Because I was never there, so I can't speak for that, yeah?
I mean, Lagos is... There's a saying that if you can make it in Lagos, you can make it anywhere. Trust me, New York is learning compared to Lagos. New York is still like, you know, on the come up compared to what Lagos is. I mean, it's tough. It's crazy, you know. It's like you have to just be smart. You have to be, you know, ready, always ready. You know, you have to be. You can't just lose. That's just the rule. You can't lose. You know, that's the mindset of every Lagosian. You have to be something. You have to be someone. So I mean, growing up with that mindset, it's definitely one of the things that helped me to be who I am today. You know? So, you know, you have to just make things work. You have to just be.
All right, awesome stuff. And how much of street culture influences music, especially music as a whole in Nigeria? Because we had those kind of movements back in the day in South Africa where a dance move would inspire songs and stuff like that. We saw that with Shaku. We saw a bit of that with Shoki. But because as I say, I was never in Lagos. How important is street culture and the dance culture to the music scene in Nigeria?
Yeah, I mean, like every other African country, you know. As Africans, dance is a very, very important part of our culture, you know. Most of the songs that are hit songs are danceable. You know what I'm saying? So, in the States and, you know, other parts of the country, or other parts of the world rather, people can still make songs that are not necessarily danceable, but it's still gonna be like massive songs, big songs, you know. But in Africa, Nigeria especially, you have to just make people move, you know. So now it's like the fact that the music can make people move it's like a two-way thing, like a two-sided coin. Yeah, you know, music makes people move. The movement can make the music. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes these dances pop off on the street, you know, like Shaku now is like hot now in Lagos. So pops up on the street, and then we producers and like artists and everybody have to just make songs that can like suit that trend of that dance. So if you listen to like most songs that are popping out of Nigeria, like towards that direction. All right.
You know? Awesome stuff. We got Kiddominant in the building. In case you just joined us, it just went to 43 minutes after 5 p.m. More of a Kiddominant coming your way. But I want to get into the song that everybody's talking about. It's getting plays in New York. It's getting plays in England, South Africa. The whole world's vibing to this, and it is #1 on South African radio as we speak. This is AK and Kiddominant. This is Fela in Versace.
This is Trans-Africa Radio.
South Africa's AKA as well as Nigeria's Kiddominant. This is Fela in Versace right here on Trans-Africa Radio. Thank you very much for joining us. A huge shout outs to Anam listening in all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. She went on and just tweeted, or rather sent us a message via that WhatsApp line, say, I had to run from class for this session. Shout out to Kiddominant. We're ready for his music right now. Anam in Cape Town. Kiddominant, the kids are not going to school because of you. What's going on?
Wait. Did she say or he say?
It's she, if I'm not mistaken.
She said,
yeah, they ran from class to come listen.
Are you serious? Oh my God, wait, you take that again. Big ups to kids, big ups to kids.
And then
wait, hold on, bro. What did hold on. What did you say?
I said, and I'm in Cape Town. Said I had to run from class for this session. Shout out to Kiddominant. We're ready for his music right now, and I'm in Cape Town.
Wow, that's amazing. I feel blessed. Please stay in school. It's very important.
we got Kiddominant in the building. Lesego in Soweto coming through saying, I fell in love with that fella in Versace joint on the first listen. Definitely going to be jamming to it 10 years to come. Yeah, that's a classic.
Everybody's saying it's a classic, so I assume it's a classic.
It's
a classic,
So tell me about you and AKA and making the song, because as much as we got it, I think South Africans at this point probably not much knew about your work, and not much knew about your name. So when they saw it on the cover, they're like, okay, we don't know this guy, but let's play it, What was it like hooking it up, firstly, the collaboration with AKA? How did it come about?
So I was in Cape Town. I usually come to Cape Town to relax when I'm not doing anything in the States or in Nigeria. So I was in Cape Town relaxing. I was actually not feeling too well. I was in bed for like 3 days, and then while in bed I was making music while in bed. So Fela Versace beat was one of like the stuffs I made. You know what I'm saying? So when we were in Austin, Texas, AK and I had linked up earlier to make Jika in what's it called? In Sun City, South Africa. Yeah, Sun City.
Sun City, yeah.
So yeah, we made Jika like months ago, and then boom, like 3 months later, I'm in the States. AK is in the States, same place, same city.
South by Southwest.
So I'm like, okay, sure. It's like, oh, do you have stuff? Do you have new stuff? Like, okay, yeah, I have some stuff I'm working on. Let's see what we can do. And then boom, we made Fela Versace on the beat I made.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? So that's it. And then, when we made it, we knew this is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a totally different vibe.
It's different. Like, that's the thing about Fela Versace. It's not like any other song. So I really like that fact about the record. And then, I'm really happy that people accept it here a lot. It's not easy for someone coming from an environment that I don't really understand South Africa as much. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then to come here and make a sound and people actually love you, and some Asian, and really appreciate that. Yeah.
All right. Awesome stuff. So tell us about Jiga, because that's a song that you had made before, right?
Yeah.
This one with Younger Chief, also on the album, yeah?
Yeah, we made that in Sun City. Yeah, so Shiamo, that's AKA's manager, reached out to my manager. That's how we first met. So, excuse me. My manager, they reached out to my manager like, oh, you guys are in South Africa, we're working on the album, can you guys please come to Sun City?
Yeah.
That's where we're working on the album, and let's do some work. And like, yeah, why not, let's do it. And then we went to Sun City, and then we made Jika there, Younger Chef was there, and then AK was there as well, and then we did a song there.
Okay. So tell me, did you expect anything that's happening in your life right now? You've worked with Popcaan. I want to get into that. Popcaan signed under OVO. He's been doing amazing. I've been listening to a couple of these songs here and there when I get a chance. But did you ever imagine, as much as you're like, I want to be out there as a producer, but did you think it would get to this scale where you talking to OVO, where you're talking to the AKAs, where you're talking to the Wizkids of the game, right?
Yeah. I didn't really. I always knew I was gonna be, great at what. I knew I was good at what I was doing. And my only mindset was, I'm going to be great. I never thought anything less. I'm going to be like the best at what I'm doing. I'm going to be like, I don't want to think anything less, and it's never going to be anything less. So, and I think every other person that's a creative should always have that mindset. Don't ever think you're lesser than
the next
best,
person.
You're good, you're the best. That's the only mindset you should have. And I feel like everything that's happening is based on my mindset as a person, So, and also, God is a very important factor. You can't always have everything planned out, God is always coming through, So.
I hear you. So then you went on to work with Davido on 4. How did this? Was it via emails? Because these days
emails.
You guys send emails.
David was my brother. Like when we in the States we were together, we always like all the time we were together. We're in Nigeria together. You know what I'm saying? So, when we're making music, what we working on? Boom, boom. What do you need? Let's do this. So 4 was one of those records I made. Actually, 4 was like one of the the most like. How am I gonna put it? Unexpected records I've ever made. Like I was moving out of my house, I sat down on the floor. There was nothing in the house. My laptop, I had this chords in my head ringing, and I played it on my laptop.
Yeah.
From there, I made the old beats on the floor, sitting down on the floor.
And
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I made the old beats sitting down on the floor, and then I was in David's studio because I was looking for a way to record the ideas I had for the record. So I was in David's studio, boom, 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 boom. David was sleeping.
Yeah.
And then he heard it, and then like, what's this? What's going on? Boom, we made 4.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, everything just happens, naturally. We don't stress anything, we don't force anything.
Tell us about this, especially because we see a lot of collaborations happening in the West of Africa.
Yeah.
Do you guys sell verses and sell beats to your, let me say you working with David or working with American, or do you guys sell those verses to each other? Because that's what happens in the States where people are selling verses at 100K each.
Sell verse.
Yeah. And do you guys do that? Does it happen on your end? Because AKA also said he doesn't sell his verses. All the verses that he's dropped for anybody are for free. Does it happen in the West African scene?
The way we grew up. I mean, growing up in Lagos, the way we're brought up, you have to do things with love, and that's like the mindset of anybody that I work with, especially from Nigeria.
Yeah,
we're friends first, we're brothers first, before anything. If I'm gonna do business with someone, like, it's probably somebody I don't know, like, oh, they want a verse. Okay, cool. I'm gonna give you a verse. It's business, But when it comes to my brothers, I mean, it's still business,
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go there on that mindset. I want to sell a verse to you, Let's make music. Let's make something people's gonna love. Let me help your career be better. Let me help your career be better. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the business, So of course the business part is gonna come. Management is gonna deal with that. It's not our business.
Okay.
Yeah, we just do the music.
All right, tell me, because I want to get into Davido's Fall as well as Meakun's Mama, which you also produced. Both songs did very well, respectively. But I want to find out your relationship with DMW. It seems like you're a squad, your brothers, you chill together. What?
Yeah, they're my brother. I mean, first of all, I'm not signed to anybody. I've never been signed to anybody my whole life. But I have brothers, like people that I write for them. I know that, okay, if I'm making this sound and I know that, oh, Meakun's going to do well on this record. Oh, David's going to do well on this record. I'm pushing it to them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not signed to anybody. I've been independent, always independent, forever gonna be independent.
Right, yeah. Kiddominant in the building. Was getting to some of the hits that he's produced. This is Davido with Fall, and then Meakun with Mama following right after that. Let's not forget, you can send me questions, suggestions, the whole shebang. Find us on Twitter. It's at TransAfrica872, on Facebook, transafricaradio.net. Not forgetting, you can also find us via that WhatsApp line, +27 7925 44329. It's a jammy jam, man. Davido with Fall right here on the station of the gods. Tell the whole world. Kiddominant is in the building. We continue the conversation right after this. But right now, let's jam. With Meakun with Mama right here on the station of the gods, man. Welcome to it in case you just joined us. 4 minutes after 6 p.m. CAT. That one also produced by the man we have in the studio, Kiddominant. And yes, so welcome to it in case you just joined us. This right here is the Rehab. The name is Ntokozo Botjie, keeping you company until 8 p.m. Central African time. But my man, Kiddominant, where's this juju? Where do you find it for these songs?
Which juju?
Yeah?
Jesus is my juju.
Yeah. All right. That's a great comeback. So Jesus is your juju. But the variety as far as your sound is concerned, there's so much differences. We're going to be playing a jigger here featuring Younger Chief and AKA DJ Neptune Mary. We played Fela and Versace. And then tell us about the one that we started off with, which we'll end again with, Kiddominant Wizkid, that one, All Right.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was it also a 2-minute thing? Because it seems like your guys don't even waste time. You make hits in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we're just the vibe. We're just the studio vibing. I mean, Wiz is like one of the fastest recorded person I've ever seen. He records so fast, he can make like a whole album in one sitting.
Yeah?
So Wiz doesn't have a problem recording. He's just quick with it. So I mean, we're just vibing in the studio and then boom. Like, before you heard it, I mean, if you check on my Instagram, you see a video of where we were making All Right in the studio. That was the first time we heard the beat. The very first time we heard it. So they heard it. My verse was already on it.
Yeah?
And they were like, "Oh, this is hard. Yo, give it the mic, boom." And they did it.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, and we're working on other songs, and then that was just one of them.
And which hotel room was this?
This was not in the hotel room. This was in the studio.
Where? In Nigeria?
Yeah, that was in Lagos. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Because you guys are all over the world, man.
Yeah.
It's always great to see that because it says a lot about how far you guys are taking African music, you know, and you touching lives all across the world. Tell me, when you work with DJ Neptune, who's also a producer / DJ, and then you bring in Mr. Easy, what was it like? Because Neptune also is a finicky guy. I had him here in the studio. We had a chat, and he likes doing all these amazing things, and he's been dropped. His album Greatness also doing great.
Yeah.
What was it like having someone like that who also is involved in the production kind of thing?
Yeah, Neptune is more of a DJ than a producer. Actually, you know, it wasn't really like the production. On that record, he didn't produce on that record.
Yeah.
Actually. So, but I mean, he just knew what he wanted from the combination of me and Easy. You know, so he really knew what he wanted. Like, oh, this is what I want us to do. This is what I want us to do. I was like, yeah, we can achieve that. And then we knocked it out and made this song Mari.
Okay.
Which is Titi's favorite song.
Yeah, Titi loves it. What's up with you and wedding songs, bruh?
Wedding songs?
Yeah.
Not wedding songs, it's love songs. Love songs, you know, love is the greatest thing on the earth. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah, so, you know, as long as you can make it love, as long as you can make love music, you know, you can satisfy a lot of people. Because everybody needs love. Someone getting married, someone in a relationship, someone in high school trying to talk to the next girl, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, you know. So love is like very, 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 something that goes all around globally.
So in West Africa, it's like gangsters are in love on that side.
West Africa is the home of love.
Yeah.
So we make like the best love music, I can tell you that, from West Africa. And if you see the biggest songs out of West Africa, are actually love songs.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's our major.
Yeah, and it does sell. Do you think that the reason why your songs reach a lot of people across the world, as much as sometimes there's a bit of Igbo and we don't understand what's going on there, you still vibe because the little bits that we pick up, they are about love, and people be like, okay, that's why.
Yeah, that's it. It's not just about, you know, it's not easy to just sit down and make a love song.
True.
You know, it's not easy, but you have to just be able to like create that music that will make people understand what you're trying to say in that love song so much that they value every line, every word, every emotion you put in the song, you know. So we know how to do that. We create that music, you know. So I think that's what a lot of Nigerian artists know how to do.
Yeah. All right. So earlier on, I did say that I want to talk about you to you about the Popcaan situation. Popcaan, who's signed to OVO, that is Drake's record label. How did you working on with him come about?
Yeah, Popcaan and David have been friends for a while. I mean, David went to Jamaica. Yeah. So they were looking for like a song to work on with David and stuff, blah blah blah. And then it happened that David and I were working on that song. You know what I'm saying? So when Popcaan was told to pick what song you want, you were like, yo, that's the one I want. That one, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, yo, shout out. It's not like we're not like guys no, it's not like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like we just worked on like emails and stuff, like send it. It was just basically transferring our files and all of that. But definitely knows who I am, and I know who he is as well. And the crazy thing is, Popcaan is like one of my favorite. I can say it's like one of the Jamaican artists that kind of like grounded my dancehall music. So if you listen to Oreze's Rihanna, I made that like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It happened in the period where I discovered who Popcaan was as an artist. So that was why I made a dancehall song, and that was Rihanna. So it's crazy to see that right now. Fast forward to like this moment, I worked with Popcaan.
Okay, awesome stuff, man. Yeah, as I say, law of attraction. These things really do work. We still have the man Kiddominant in the building. I'm gonna get into Orezi Rihanna because since we spoke about it, it's best that we inform you about why he made it big. That song was also big back in 2013, and then we get into AKA and Yanga on a Kiddominant produced song titled Jega, and then we also play you some DJ Neptune and Mr. Easy with Mary. And then when you come back, it's time to say goodbye. So send in those questions if you have any comments, suggestions, the whole shebang. Do not forget to hashtag the Ria. Produced by Kiddominant. So this is a DJ Neptune featuring Mr. Easy on this one titled Mary, right here on the Station of the Gods, man. TARadio.mobi on your mobile phone wherever you are tuned in from across the globe, and then across Africa on air DSTV's 872, and across Southern Africa on channel 609 and OpenView HD. A huge shout outs to Mwela listening with the twins all the way in Zambia, saying that she doesn't have questions, comments or anything. She just wants you to know that when you drop a video for All Right, she wants to be there.
Oh, for real? Where is she?
In Zambia.
Zambia. Wait, Zambia is just next door, right? Or Zimbabwe?
It's Zimbabwe, and then right after Zimbabwe is Zambia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I already shot All Right video, so it's kind of too late. But I'm still trying to like shoot a few more scenes. So I can make that happen, man.
Yeah, you never know, Mwela.
You know, just hit me up on my Instagram or Twitter. I can make that happen.
Yeah, just go into the DMs, DM Kiddominant Mwela. What's it like in the DMs right now? Huh? You're probably trending out there.
You don't want to know, bro.
I want to know. Is it crazy? Has the influx gone higher? Because obviously at first it's just people, hey, I want you to hear my song, and
no, bro.
Now it's
always been, the way it is now is still the same. It's like the same thing but from another direction, from another part of the continent. So that's like from this side. Oh,
South Africa's
usually from the west.
South African ladies are out there.
South Africa is like the most beautiful women in the world.
Wow.
I can't even lie. Southern African women, are like the most beautiful, and Eastern African women.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying every other woman are not beautiful, but I'm saying like they're like especially.
Yeah.
I don't know, God like kind of like carved them differently.
I know. Not so sure about the South Africa thing. I know about East Africa. The camera lady trying to kill me out here, but yeah, we won't talk about that. But I agree.
No, real talk, fact.
I might just lose my job right now. But tell us, you picked up a lot of awards, especially in the past 2 years. Headies, Afrimas, the Sound City MVPs. What's it like, getting up on these stage and finally getting recognition?
I just got nominated for Afrima.
You didn't get the producer of the year?
No, it's still on.
It's happening now. It's happening now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need everybody to vote for me, please, as producer of the year. We've been putting in work. You guys should please come through. They need the votes. Without the votes, they're not gonna, take them in. So hopefully we get that in the bag.
Okay, awesome stuff. What's it like getting recognized by industry friends and industry giants like Sound City, the likes of the Headies? Because Headies always has drama, and it's nice to be involved in the drama.
Yeah, Headies this year was less dramatic.
Yeah, it was
the best Headies that ever happened. It was so amazing.
True.
So I had drama with Sound City MVP Awards because I felt like I should have won. Yeah, so I felt like I should have won, and I got robbed of it. So, but it's all good. Eddie's giving me the award, so I feel like Eddie's kind of corrected what was wrong. So, all love still.
Yeah. Do you think there's way too much award ceremonies, especially in Nigeria? Because it's like one for each month.
No, Nigeria doesn't. Nigeria only has maybe 3.
Yeah,
3 major ones. Every other ones are just minor.
Okay.
Maybe 3 major ones.
Okay.
Then the rest are African awards, and maybe awards that they do in the States and stuff like that. So it's not, the major ones are just Eddie's and Sound City and I think Afrima.
Okay. Also, tell me, what's it like being a DJ that's on tour? I know the only other DJ that I know that was on tour was DJ Khaled, right?
Yeah.
So you, especially in the South African space, you're not doing a media tour. This is you doing a tour, performing around. What's it like?
Yeah, I did a tour. I did a producer tour. That was 2 years ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and that was the first ever producer tour ever. Because I tried to research on if any producers have done it before, and nobody's actually done it. So after that, I did a DJing tour. I did one for the United States. I just finished a few months ago, and then I'm doing one for Europe next month. I'm going to London, Manchester, Birmingham, England first, and then the rest of Europe. So basically, DJing was my first love. That was the first thing I started doing. And I kind of the point I am now. I don't want to I don't want to give away any of my talents and not use it. You get what I'm saying? That's a waste of what I can do or what I'm doing. So I paused DJing for like 4 or 5 years. So the tour I did in the States was like me getting back to it.
Yeah.
So I did like a few cities. I did New York, did ATL deals, this LA, San Francisco, and a lot of cities. A mad experience, you know, seeing how people love and appreciate the music we make. You know, it was a crazy experience. So I mean, now I'm doing Europe, and then I'm sure it's another like it's gonna be another vibe. You know, so the experience is amazing. At the same time, we're putting out our music. We're taking the music globally. Yeah. Sharing the music with the rest of the world. And that's like the main goal with this whole thing.
All right. So if you're out in London listening in, he's on his way. Birmingham, he's on his way. Message here from Mac Circle Selby Simangali. So saying he's the best. I'm tuned into the show. Spread that African vibe all the way in Mpumalanga.
Oh, man. Love to you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell me, Kiddominant, where can people find you as far as social media is concerned? Because we literally running out of time.
Oh, yeah? All right. On Twitter, at Kiddominant written together. Same as Instagram, same as Snapchat, and on Facebook as well. So that's my Kiddominant.
All right.
Kiddominant written together.
So on Trans Africa Radio, we play 100% African music. There's no Popcaan, there's no David, what's his Drake or anyone popping up on those playlists. Strictly African music. What are your thoughts with
that?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good movement. You know? Eventually, I feel like stuff like this, the rest of the world are going to tune in. Like, oh, where can we get like only African music? Because the way Afrobeats and African music is moving now, it's a strong movement, you know. So it's going to get to a point where people will be looking for stuff that's just African. Yeah. You know, and I mean, you guys are already doing it, so it's very easy to just point at you guys, you know. So just keep doing what you're doing. Right.
All right. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much. We're signing out with Kiddominant and Wizkid with All Right, and then AKA and Kiddominant with Fela in Versace. All the tunes available on digital platforms, Spotify,
iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, you know, everywhere.
All right then. Get your songs on all digital platforms. Let's get into this one. I really like it, man. It's a vibe. Kiddominant as well as Wizkid. This is All Right.
This is the re-up.
It's alright, he's alright. All of my guys.
This is Trans Africa Radio.